So if we need to be having idea sex, if that's where these really cool ideas are born, then how do we have more of it? How can we help ourselves have more of it? And there are really some ways that we can do that. One of the things is just keeping an open mind and seeking out other things that are outside of your comfort zone, looking for other ideas outside of yours, because the more ideas you have to play with, the more perspectives you have, the better chance you have of making a good quality match. If you think of ideas like relationships, if you're always swimming in the same pool, you're less likely to find a match. You know, if you live in a teeny tiny town and the only people available for you to date are just the same people that you've known your entire life who get on your nerves, your odds of finding somebody for a really spicy relationship are probably not that likely. So the same goes for ideas. You know, go outside of your comfort zone, read a book that you normally haven't, or watch a video with somebody from with a different perspective. You don't have to do that all the time. We don't all have to be constantly taking in a smorgasbord. The like, it's often you have a deep passion and knowledge about something, and then some weird little idea like comes in, and that's like where the cool ones really happen. So it's okay to like love something, but get a little like other stuff, other ideas out there too, which I know y'all do anyway. But also giving it time and allowing, after you've taken in a ton of information, and I have this with creative projects all the time, it's like you take it all in and then you expect to just turn around and create something, or turn around and write something, or have the answer immediately. And often that doesn't work very well for us. We need a little bit of time for our ideas to mingle and marinate together. It takes time for ideas to rub each other the right way. Every once in a while you get that like spark that just happens all of a sudden, and that's amazing. But a lot of times, those connections aren't always instantaneous. Sometimes it takes a little bit of just sitting in your unconscious mind in order for those ideas to come together. But when those ideas do come together, write those suckers down. Because when you have a good idea and you think, oh, I'll remember that, for some reason ideas are weird like that. It's like they come into the conscious and then they just flit away, and then you spend so much time trying to remember the thing that you had thought of, and it's like, oh, it's not the same, it's not the same. So keep a notes app on your phone, or write them down in a notebook. I have a notebook, my Inspire journal, that was actually gifted by some of you for the Creative Commute's half birthday, where I write down ideas. When you have an idea, write it down, because it's also so interesting to go back to those ideas even months from now, and it might combine with a new idea and have a little idea baby that you couldn't imagine. But another thing is to have fun, and that was our that was our focus last week here in the Creative Commute, was to have more fun. But even in a relationship, when you have more fun together, your connection is stronger. And the same is totally true for creativity. When we're having fun, when we're in a positive mindset, and there's so many studies about this, about positive mindset, your brain is more likely to make connections. It's not that it's like producing all of these like your brain isn't just like spawning ideas, it's making connections, because it's in a healthy state of mind, you're in a positive state of mind, so the connections are being made, and that's spawning the ideas. Does that make sense? That's what is happening when we're in a positive mindset. And it's so easy to forget this. It's so easy to forget that when we're in a positive mindset, that's when the good ideas happen, because we can get so, especially I think from a writing perspective, I can speak from my own perspective as a writer, that it's like, I'm like, I know I need to do this, I know I need to do this, I need to think of a creative idea. But that's like not when they come. They don't come when I'm in a bad mood. They don't come when I'm like pushing so hard. It comes when I like relax and stop and go, have a snack or go have some coffee, that's when the good idea finally comes, because I'm like doing something I enjoy, and that's when the good idea comes. So the final thing is prioritizing your health. And I put this one last because it's the hardest. It's the hardest one for many of us. You know, self-care. We hear this term self-care all the time right now. It's very popular to hear it, but it's also we probably can't hear it enough, even if we are hearing it all the time, you know. But people who take care of themselves, people who prioritize their health, are sexy. And we feel sexy, right? When we're prioritizing our health. But the same is true for your ideas. You know, eating healthy food, getting good sleep, moving your body, taking a bath when you need a bath, lighting a candle and just chilling for a little bit is so good for your mental well-being, and that creates a good breeding ground for ideas to make those connections. And I needed to hear this week, and Joey continually kept reminding me, and I still was being like, you know, I was like, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. But I really needed to step back and just relax and enjoy a show on TV and allow my mind to relax the last couple of nights. And I finally woke up today feeling better than I had been feeling the rest of the week. And I got a lot done actually, even yesterday after relaxing the last 2 nights. So it really is so important and so easy to forget our own health and the importance of our health to our creativity and to our ability to for everything, for all of the rest that I have talked about today, as far as idea sex go, your health and getting enough sleep and these things, easiest one to forget, and probably the most important one as well. So these are some tips that can help us have a heck of a lot more idea sex, help us come up with wonderful, amazing ideas, because as someone said, someone very smart said, that in today's world, ideas are currency. Ideas are everything right now. And the better ideas we can come up with, the better solutions we can have right now, which we continue to need even here in 2021, all of these great ideas that can help us no matter what your job is, no matter what your position in life is. We can all be coming up with ones that can help us in our everyday life through our wonderful, beautiful, spectacular creativity, because your mind is brilliant at coming up with ideas. Every single one of us, we're all doing it all the time. But when those good ones come in, man, you gotta snatch them up. Just like your mom says, when that good fella or that good gal comes by, you gotta snatch them up, man. Okay, this was a long live. But I wanted to make sure that I shared all of this goodness with you this week. Okay.